everybody, Chris McDonald, your lender for all over Colorado, coming to you with a very special Friday update because today I'm going to attempt to be the first person ever to do a Friday market update while also incorporating my bicycle and jumping off things. So hang in there, it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna get really technical and nerdy on this one. So I promise I'm gonna make sense of it. It's gonna stretch your brain a little bit, but here's the why. Everyone is frustrated. Why are interest rates so high? Like, interest rates should be going down, right? Most economists are all saying interest rates should have gone down by this point, but we're just not seeing it. I particularly am frustrated because I certainly thought interest rates would have gone a little bit lower at this point, but we have a couple things that is causing problems. One, unfortunately, is we've had some misleading information from the government. I'm not a political guy at all, so there is zero political agenda in this statement, but we have had the Bureau of Labor Statistics come out and talk about job creations that were 300,000 higher than what they actually are. Certainly they have revised them down the road after the third revision, but you have misleading information about how strong the job market is. In addition to that, they've surprised the market with an additional $285 billion in treasury sales, flooding the market with excess supply of bonds. And I mentioned this a little bit last week. That's part of what is causing interest rates to go up. So a little bit even more technical jargon for you here. So the 10-year treasury, which is what mortgages follow, the 10-year treasury goes down with inflation. I've talked about that in previous videos. While it doesn't walk in perfect lockstep with inflation, it is really close. There are certainly times of deviation, and clearly right now is one of those times of deviation, but eventually it reverts back to the mean. So here's what I mean by that. Inflation expectations have dropped about 1% looking forward. So looking forward, inflation over the next 10 years has dropped about 1%. Now, when that happens historically, the 10-year treasury, and therefore mortgages with it, drop also about 1%. Yet we've seen the 10-year treasury actually go up 1%. So that is a deviation from its statistical correlation. And one of the greatest investors of all times and greatest statisticians of all times, John Bogle, he pointed out that over time, these two highly correlated variables will in fact revert back to the mean. So we have a time of deviation. There will be a reversion back to the mean. I know I've said this before and it's painful that it's taking this long. I'm sorry. It's not an if, it's a when. It is a statistical fact. It will eventually revert back to the mean. Still don't know when, still don't know how much, but we will have some relief at some point. I know it's painful. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. It's all been longer than anyone has expected as far as these higher interest rates. But the good news is... So the good news is this Friday market update comes with some sand. Yoo-hoo! Little mountain biking on a Friday. Yeah! So if you like the video, click like. If you have questions about financing a home, give us a call. Happy Friday! Woo! Ha ha ha!